We just got the trailer for a new FNAF game called Five Laps at Freddy's, and it's basically a Five Nights at Freddy's Mario Kart racer type game. So the other day, Clickteam posted this, and it was their first teaser for their new game, Five Laps at Freddy's, and people immediately realized that this looks exactly like the teaser for FNAF 6 that Scott put on his website, scottgames.com. It's the same rainbow with the same colors, and it's a kart racer game. It's about driving, and my brain immediately thought, what is a driving game connected to FNAF 6 that we still have big questions about? Midnight Motorist. So immediately I was thinking maybe we'll get some answers from Midnight Motorist. I mean, it's a driving game and it's already being connected to FNAF 6, the game where Midnight Motorist resides, so we'll have to wait and see. But I watched the trailer and I waited and saw, and holy crap, this game is going to be hype. So let's look at the trailer. This is the trailer. It starts off with all the cars driving by. You see Freddy Fazbear's Pizza right there. And this is obviously reminiscent of FNAF World. The trees look like the FNAF World trees. This fan thing over here, this fan structure looks like a structure from FNAF World. It's very FNAF World coded. And later on, we do learn that this map is kind of based on FNAF World. And then we get actual gameplay footage of the game. And I love the art style. Like, I think this is going to be super fun. It cuts to this random thing with a bunch of arcade machines. My guess was that this game is an actual, like, game inside the game's universe. Like, it's an actual arcade machine you can walk up to in the Pizzaplex or whatever, and you can play this kart racer game. There's stuff leaning towards that theory being correct later on, but this was my first hint at, oh, maybe this is just an arcade game in universe. You can see Chica, you can see Springtrap in a car right there, and you can see this car right here. This is a purple car, looks like the Midnight Motorist car, but that's not really saying much because the Midnight Motorist car is kind of purple. But then you look at the antenna and you see a little Spring Bonnie on the antenna. That was my first hint that, oh, maybe this is the Midnight Motorist car, because it's theorized that the orange guy is probably William Afton. Most people probably believe that, but there are a ton of people who think otherwise. So maybe this is confirming something, but we'll have to wait and see. So we're going through this cave area. The race is on. Once again, the arcade cabinet thing. Then we get this, and you can see the little 8-bit sprites of the kids, kind of reminiscent to how Scott does his like 8-bit child designs in his games. Reminds me of like the beginning of FNAF 6 with all of the 8-bit kid sprites. Then it starts glitching out like this. It's almost like putting on the Vanny mask in Bruin. It's like it all turns purple. Like it's a whole different world. Start your engines. Once again, the arcade cabinet thing. Then we get this. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place, the same sign from Security Breach, the same sign you see when you're about to walk in the FNAF 6 pizzeria in Security Breach, which tells me that maybe this map is in Security Breach. Maybe there's Security Breach themed maps here. And as you can see, we have the puppets up here on the top left as well you can play as. And then you get this giant Freddy head that looks a lot like the giant Freddy head from Security Breach, which only strengthens the theory that this map is of the underground area in Security Breach. And also these glowing mushrooms, just like we saw in Ruin, just like under the FNAF 6 pizzeria in Ruin. And then there's this thing. What is this thing? No idea. No idea what this thing is chasing us. We will find out eventually. It's this thing. It's like this weird cat thing. I have no idea what this is. I mean, the mimic does take the form of like a tiger in the Tales books, so maybe it's a tiger, but it looks more like a cat to me. And it doesn't look anything like the tiger from the Tales books, so I have no idea what this is. There's a little more explanation on the Steam page, but we'll get there in a minute. So this thing jump scares us. And then we get Freddy posing with his cart. Just a really cool shot. 5 Laps at Freddy's. The demo will be available August 7th, 2024. So I will be playing this live on the channel on August 7th, so make sure you be there for that. But what's most interesting is the Steam page. So here's the Steam page, and let's read the description first. We'll get to the juicy stuff in a second, but this is also juicy. Welcome to Five Laps at Freddy's, the premier animatronic kart racing circuit featuring your favorite and lovable Fazbear friends, sponsored by Fazbear Entertainment. It's hinting towards that this is an actual game in universe, sponsored by Fazbear Entertainment, kind of like how we hear at the beginning of FNAF VR that all of the games that Scott Cawthon made are just games made by an indie developer based off of real events. And that's what I think they're trying to say right here, sponsored by Fazbear Entertainment. We scroll down. down. We see the same thing we heard from above, sponsored by Fazbear Entertainment. Select one of 12 of your favorite animatronic FNAF characters and race on 16 tracks set up across 4 cups. So there's gonna be 16 tracks in this game. Each track is based on your favorite locations from Five Nights at Freddy's lore, including Fazbear Hills, Midnight Motorist, and more. There is going to be a map of Midnight Motorist. You can literally drive around Midnight Motorist in 3D in this game. This is exactly what I was theorizing it was going to be about. The FNAF 6 rainbow image that they put out only heightened that thought for me, and I can't believe it's confirmed, but it goes even deeper. Starting out the day shift, a relatively safe place, you'll compete to take first place, but make sure to manage your cart's battery power. Use too much boost or take too many hits, and you may end up on the night shift, where not only do you have to worry about winning, you'll also have to avoid an angry endoskeleton who's on the hunt for you. This, to me, it's giving Mimic. Angry endoskeleton on the hunt for you. It's giving that this may be an in-universe arcade game or an in-universe video game sponsored by Fazbear Entertainment, and the Mimic program maybe is infecting it, and the Mimic is chasing after us. I don't know. I could be completely off base there, but that's what that's giving me. It could just be a brand new character. Who knows? While navigating the tracks, find birthday presents which contain items that can help you reach number 1. Everything from the Phaser Blaster from Security Breach to the Cupcake Boost. Each item even has a power-up mode, should you dare to risk some of that precious battery power. You'll also find glitched power-ups, which can increase your battery size and your maximum speed, so long you don't get hit and lose some of them again. Please note, Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for road rash, broken bones, death, and/or dismemberment. Please drive responsibly. So that is the description. This is the really interesting part. This is the juicy part. This is the part where I lost my mind. So we see Springtrap in a cart. We see just screenshots from the game. Looks very reminiscent of every kart racer, especially Mario Kart. We see once again those 8-bit sprites of the kids in the top left. You move along in the screenshots, and this looks like Roxy Raceway. Like, this looks like yet another Security Breach map. What this is telling me is that Roxy Raceway is above the FNAF 6 pizzeria. So I think this is maybe where the map starts, because this is lap 1. It looks like the race kind of just started. So maybe the race starts in Roxy Raceway, and then we go deeper and deeper down into the Mimic's lair. The next screenshot, we once again have the puppet driving the Afton car, which is a crazy sight to see. And we also have a nice good look of that Freddy head that we see in Security Breach. Also the mushrooms. This is crazy. This one, if you look closely, it's Juniors. It's our first ever official 3D look at Juniors. I can't believe I'm looking at this. This is Midnight Motorist. This is the Midnight Motorist map with the rain and the water everywhere, and we see those kids again, and the cars are exactly in the same order and color as the cars we see in the actual Midnight Motorist game, which is crazy, which is a crazy attention to detail. So my guess, there's definitely going to be secrets. There's definitely going to be some sort of secret path we can take to get some sort of secret from this game, but it only gets crazier from here. This image just blew my mind. This car, obviously this is like, you can customize your car, you can change it and change what kind of car you want based on what specs you want. This is the purple car from earlier with the little spring Bonnie head on the antenna, obviously Afton's car. What makes this significant is its name is Midnight Motor. Like I said earlier, most people probably believe that Afton is the orange guy in Midnight Motorist, but if you didn't believe that already, here you go. Midnight Motor, the car, a purple car with a spring Bonnie head on the antenna. This, to me, possibly, allegedly, but looking pretty good to confirm that William Afton is the orange guy from Midnight Motorist, which I already believed that, but it's nice to finally have some sort of alleged confirmation about this. Also, I want to say the canonicity of all of these new projects is up in the air. We don't know if this is actually canon to the games. I'm assuming it probably is. It seems like it's one of those games inside of the games, like sponsored by Fazbear Entertainment type deals. I did not wake up today thinking we'd get any sort of confirmation about anything Midnight Motorist related. Then we keep going. We have Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place once again, a clearer look at this map. So you enter it and immediately you see the mushrooms back here. So who knows where we're gonna go. Maybe we'll see some carnival costumes like we saw in Ruin. Maybe we'll drive by a bunch of stuff. Then we get this. Here's the different races and maps. Fazbear Hills, just like FNAF World, Midnight Motorist, and the Sinkhole. Crazy. And we even get a description of Midnight Motorist saying, make your way down the highway at 240 bits per mile. Whether rain or shine, this mysterious track offers a challenge for any hardened racer. This mysterious track. you say? This is crazy. I cannot believe this is happening. We're getting a Midnight Motorist kart racer game. Here's where the big reveals might come in. Everything depends on where this game starts us, because the game in FNAF 6 Midnight Motorist is called in the game files Later That Night, which implies that it's later that night after Charlie was killed by Afton, because we see Afton pull up in the purple car in the FNAF 2 minigame, kill Charlie, and then drive away. We see him drive away in Midnight Motorist. Wherever we start in this racing game, whether it's a Fredbear's Family Diner or a Freddy Fazbear's Pizza or somewhere else, would basically confirm where Charlie was killed, because we don't know if Charlie was killed in front of Fredbear's or Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. It's kind of up in the air. A lot of people have their beliefs, but to me, it's still a mystery. So if we see any sort of pizzeria at the beginning of this race, that is confirmation for me of where Charlie was killed and might actually help with the timeline. And obviously we have the sinkhole. We might get some answers related to the sinkhole and security breach. Obviously, maybe we even might see mixes in the sinkhole. I have no idea. Maybe we'll find Cassie's dad down there. Who knows? And we can customize our characters, it looks like, and here's a first look at all the characters right here, and I think they look really cute. I really like the designs. It's obviously not up to Mario Kart standards, but that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting a cute little racing game, and that's what we're getting, and I'm super excited for it. So yeah, I did not wake up today thinking we'd get any sort of confirmation of anything about Midnight Motorist, but this game is looking hype, and it's not looking to just be a fun little racing game on its own. It looks like it might have some lore answers, and it's just fitting for the FNAF 10th anniversary week. So if you want to see me play this live, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I will be live August 7th, I believe, playing this live. So look forward to that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.